when he grabs, when he attacks, this is sealed. He's keeping this sealed and that's ready. It's always implied. We don't necessarily throw the strikes, but it's always implied, right? If I'm not thinking about his center line, he's thinking about mine, right? That's always present. It's a sword art, done from a sword, huh? Center line is very important in his weapons involved, right? This could be a weapon, huh? The knife, the strike. So the uke is going to hold on, and in order to keep that seal, his body moves. And he's got to keep his balance so his body moves, so he can keep his foot in the center and the grip in line. So his body has to move. If the contact is broken, one of us is going to strike, one of us has to reconnect, right? So this is the understanding for the uke, right? So the other thing is, you should be, at this point, you're not done. You're still looking to attack. I've got to try to keep him on the outside. If he lets go, I'm in. I'm there first. I have position. Here, he wants to round the corner to get me, right? So I've got to keep him on the out. So this Mimi step is very important. Don't just tank on him. You're going to get jammed up and you haven't done anything to him. You read me. See, he's protecting himself. Once you're compromised, very vulnerable. And then you put your stance. There is no body, there is no mass, there is no structure. Now I'm attacking his center with my stance. Right? Here's where it is. Tenkan is really what goes into the tenkan. Strong stance, huh? This is what moves your hip. The tenkan is what grows your hip. There, it affects his hip. It can be like this curve here, or here. Let's come down here. Stances. Making my hip. Well, it's all about hitting the note. Sorry. I'm not stepping, I'm not moving off the line. If you learn how to move your hip, you don't have to. But in the beginning, off the line of attack. Okay? Right? My feet are moving to a position where my hip can turn in the direction of her attack. It's coming this way. We're facing her, we're facing each other. I move my feet to where my hip can move in the direction of her attack. There's Kazushi. Yo, right there. Put your feet where your hip can move freely and your arms are in front of you. In the direction of her attack. You don't have to put your body all the way here. You just have to go to where she has no balance. My tenkan and my throw is all at once. Expanding all at once. Where, I'm off the line. And I'm putting it. But I try to have patience so that this is cool. Together. This cut sends him forward with the tenkan, like that. Sends him forward into this, which is already expanding in the opposite direction. Raise the sword, get the sword out of here. I don't like that. Keep him out. Keep him out. Away. I take on Ura here, away. And down. Off you, away. And Tenkan, away. Then down. Out, and then down. Out, and down. Make your hamni with the throws. Not my bodies, not my arms. Here. This throw, this Tenkan here, out, there. Now this, all together. Oh, back into your stance, huh? Stance. Further it, another stance. First hole is there. Second hole is there. But he has no balance. Okay? Hey, put the guy in front of you, huh? I don't want to get in here. Now I gotta like pull him and wrestle him. Step to where you have this comfortable cutting position. Let his strike go by here. Here. Okay? Of multiple attackers. So the line, circle drills, with, if I've got, whoever, 4 of you, any 4. Make a spin around. And now form a pyramid. Alright, so Sugano Sensei used to teach this, and we would do it with bokens, right? So, you know, Nage would be in the middle, and they'd have boken. And you would raise, everybody's like, now whoever, you never want to be in the middle of the circle. If they're smart, they're going to surround you, okay? You want to get out of the circle. So Sugano Sensei would have, they would all have boken. Whoever came in first, that's where the circle implodes, and that's the fastest way to get out of the circle. Whoever comes in first, that's the quickest way to get to the outside of the circle, right? So we would do these drills, and then Sensei would have, then you would start to rotate, and then whoever strikes first, right, that's your out, okay? Now you're on the outside of the circle. So we would do circle drills to get to the outside of the circle. Then you would have this visual experience of whoever comes here. Now, what do you see? A cluster, right? So visual recognition of a cluster. That's what you want. If you can bunch them together, you don't have to, you can, you know. So that's a circle drill. Line drill. Come on, line. So we can use this Yokomanuchi attack, this technique we were just doing. And I'm going to go here, 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 okay? And you're, so if they make a line, and I'm like a fish, I'm like a salmon swimming upstream. I want to start here, I want to get to where Crystal is. So here, I'm advancing, entering, advancing. I want to go from here to where Raven is. So what's the visual recognition? The next person. I know where Crystal is. I'm not going to get stuck on her. I know where he is. Where's Raven? Right? Visually, you see who's beyond them, right? So again, this all comes from traditional battlefield combat training, right? The samurai were trained in drills like this, so that you're dealing with this guy. Who else is there? So the idea is you never get stuck on one person. Visually, you're free for that person, or you're in a circle, right? You're in a circle, you're not stuck on the circle or any one person. You get to the outside of the circle, now you can see a lot better. I get to the next person, now I can see a lot better, right? So this is like a visual, it's like visual training, these drills. So that's a line drill and a circle drill. And you want to have this visual recognition. So, we'll do these drills. The idea is, if you can start to recognize the layout of the attackers, you start to work the group. So, you know, they're typically, when they line up in Seiza, and you're going to do randori, here's what everybody does. They rush into the middle and stop. So now you're bait, and you're going into the middle so the wolves can just devour you. The wolves are going to collapse on you and devour you, right? So what you want to do is not go into the middle of the circle. You don't want to be surrounded. You want to pick a side. It could be Stuart's side or Crystal's side. So I get here. Now freeze. What have we got? We've got a couple of clusters, right? I don't want to deal with all of them. So now, chances are he's first. You're going into guy number 2. You're going into girl number 4. He's here now. You're going here. I'm advancing, getting to the outside of the circle, sending him back in, advancing, getting to the outside, getting here to the outside, advancing, 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 to the outside of the circle, advancing, back into the middle of the circle, advancing to the outside, advancing to who's next. So how many people do I deal with at once? Never more than one, right? It's a formula. Take the first person, throw him into person number 3 because of the juxtaposition, advance to person number 4. Throw them into person number 1 who has just come back into the melee. Continue the same formula. You're moving the whole time. If you stop, they can then get to you, they can surround you. You are advancing not necessarily to the person, but to the position. You're moving your body to the next most advantageous position. Okay, it's like a chess game, but you're actually manipulating the field. Let's set them up, knock them down. Set them up, knock them down. So let's do the line drill. And it's got to be alternating, so make a line. So it's alternating one side, the other side. One side, the other side. Now, don't do this. He comes, don't look here, because now Crystal's got me. Right? I'm facing here, now I'm facing Raven, I'm facing Stuart. So, I know where Raven is. I know where, right? So, I want you to be free. I don't want you to get stuck on any one person. Okay, form lines. And we did the circle drill. Line drill gives you a particular visual thing where you're looking beyond who's right in front of you. And the circle drill, you're looking at not just one person, the whole field, right? So there's this visual thing going on. So that you're moving with purpose. You're moving efficiently because you're moving with a purpose. You're moving strategically, right? So your randori becomes much more efficient. And if you're moving with your taisabake, you can do it for a while and not get winded. If you're wrestling and clashing, I don't care who you are, you're gonna gas out, and the wolves are just gonna feast on you, right? So you want to have your body be free, you want to have your mind be free. Your posture is open, your feet are moving, your center is expanding. So O-sensei said, the way that you deal with one person is the way that you deal with 100. And I think this is what he meant. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to fall or not. I'm just going to get to the other side. But he's giving me, yes, he's giving me an attack. Now, here, it could be a front kick. I free myself. Okay? Grabs. Free yourself. Move. Watch this, see this? The way they teach this is you move off the line, open the door, step under. He stays in front of you the whole time. His weight is in front of you the whole time. I realized Sensei would draw you with his center, allowing the attack to continue as he advanced. He would stop the attack. He would absorb it. Right? So that move like that.